Welcome to the Damn Opinion Podcast. Spoiler alert. Listener discretion advised.
Welcome to brand new year. It is damnopinion.com.
Happy New Year.
And with your host, Mr. Mark Montgomery.
Hello, everybody.
And your other host, James Smith.
Hello.
And I'm just living the dream, sitting in between them. I am Bill Craig. Thank you very much. Woo! Hey, we don't have a clap thing, but we can do this. Bill Craig. Okay, yeah. So, how about this, guys? We were talking before the podcast a little bit.
We always talk before the podcast.
Yeah, we do. And we found out a couple of things.
Which is?
That you are a fire horse.
I am a fire horse.
Yes, you're a fire horse.
I ate way too many beans.
Yeah. And that's your zodiac Chinese sign. And
It's really more like a My Little Pony fire horse. Is really what you're like.
Oh,
here comes My Little Pony.
I have so many furry friends right now.
Prickles is My Little Pony.
Honestly, that's cute. That's cute. You're an earth monkey,
I'm an earth monkey.
right? I'm a fire goat. So it's like we got two fires and an earth. It's just
But it's a what? It's a wood dragon.
Wood Dragon's coming up in February, right?
Yeah.
So we had the New Year, but we really celebrate amongst ourselves the Chinese New Year.
Do we?
Yes, we do.
Do we get Chinese food?
Actually, I totally love the Chinese New Year. Because you know what they do? They do different things, right? They give out red envelopes full of money, stuff like that.
That's what you like about it, is that they give out
Well, I think it's a neat
money.
I think it's a neat tradition that's red envelopes.
If you were the dragon going down the street, you know, the dragon, they dance when they do the...
Yeah. If you were the dragon, okay.
Yeah, would you want to be the head or would you want to be the tail?
Oh, you mean if you were part of the thing? Oh,
the dancing dragon.
I think the head is less.
What?
Well, if you're the tail, you have to move around.
Oh no, but the head, you have to do so much with the head.
You just have to bob it up and down,
and you're doing
looking
the mouth
around
and the eyes,
And it's heavier.
Yeah, but you don't have to run around so much. You can just stand there, and then the tail has to run around all over the place.
I would love that. I'd be bumping into people. I'd be wham with the tail.
Right. I would think that being in the middle would suck.
Oh, that would be horrible.
Oh, that'd be bad.
You know, because you're just bumping into people. It's hard. You have to coordinate. It's like crazy. I just think it's kind of cool. And also, did you know that if you just added one more month to the calendar, everything could be 28 days? Just everything. Or it's 20 days or something like that.
Can you make up your mind?
Something like that. Like every month would have the same amount of days.
Boring.
It's boring, and I realize that why we don't do it, because then it would shift. Like January wouldn't always be winter. You know, all of a sudden it's like, why is it sunny in January? So you can't do it that way. But it's too bad our Earth isn't like really cool and symmetrical that we can just, do it all even.
So you wish everything was just perfect.
Don't you?
And planned out.
Isn't it screwed up how like you have 31 days and then 30, then 28? Isn't it screwed up that you have the 10th month is called October and the 12th month is called December? I mean, don't you hate that?
Instead of it being the 10th month,
Yes.
not the 12th?
December should be the 10th month, which is
the 10th
October.
month, October should be the 8th month.
Right, which is August. It doesn't make any sense. It
Welcome
drives me nuts.
To English.
Yes. And it's like, why didn't they just say, hey, let's make, August
For you, it'd
October,
be 1, 2,
October,
3, 4,
August.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's 1 month, 2 month, 3 month.
Yeah.
You just use the numbers. You wouldn't even use
3.
names.
That's no. If I got
1,
to
2, 3, 4,
name,
5, 12, and everything's 28 days.
yeah, that would be perfect. But I would name them. What would you name the calendar months? It would not be these stupid names that they have now.
What would you name
The
them
worst
then?
is February,
Hey,
right? It's
Everybody forgets
February.
don't you blaspheme my birthday month.
Everybody forgets our
Yeah, they don't even say it right.
February.
Yeah,
Right.
February.
So what would you name the month?
So I don't know. Probably after Marvel characters.
I was just gonna say.
Thor, Loki, Spider-Man.
No, you'd be
can't
naming
wait.
the months and be like Flibble and Schlibble and Nibble.
No, you know why that doesn't work? Try to name all of the dwarves from the Hobbit. They're
The
all
Hobbit? What are you talking about? I thought you were going to say Snow White.
No, from Snow White they all have different names.
names.
But in not Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit, There's like, what, 13 dwarves? They all rhyme schnivel and bivel and nibble and kibble. And you're just like, I can't even follow this. Forget character development. It was stupid.
Wrong. He's not wrong.
Come on. Honestly, did you watch The Hobbit, the movie Hobbit?
No, I've read the book.
Yeah. I mean, did you even follow who was who?
Well, you're reading, so it's a little easier.
It's easier. But when you watch the movie, you're like, I don't know who the hell these guys are. I can't even buy it. Yeah.
Well, I mean, look, his name was J.R.R. Tolkien.
Right.
Was it really, or did you have a stutter?
You know what that J.R.R. stands for? Jolkin, Rolkin, Rolkin, Tolkien. That's what it stands for.
That's what you would name them. That's what.
Well, that's how he names his dwarves.
That's what scares me.
Jesus. All right. I'm so sorry. You guys, did you guys have a good Christmas and New Year's?
Yes.
Yes, I did.
Okay. And you look like you have to think about that, James.
Mine was just really quiet, so it was nice.
Okay. Yeah. Mine was pretty quiet too.
Mine was pretty quiet too.
Okay, good. So, nothing to really talk about. Although I will mention, I always do this game, Screw Your Neighbor. It's basically a game. Where you
screw your neighbor.
Yeah, you screw your neighbor. It's a card game, and it's really easy.
Not literal, people.
No. But
who won the prize?
Who won the prize? Lauren, my daughter, Lauren won it. And it was a really nice, not just a cheapo projector, but it was a really nice projector.
Stargazer.
Yep, Stargazer. And then we plugged it in, and it looked pretty darn cool.
Did she go pretty darn cool? Did she go, okay.
No.
Put it back in the box.
Because there are two of my daughters that I knew would like it, and she is the number one person, I think. So it went to the right person for sure.
That's good.
Yeah. So that's all the excitement that I had, really.
Yeah, I didn't have a lot of excitement.
Okay.
I heard somebody went to a hugging animal farm.
Where you get to hug the animals?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
There's like 3 of them. One's in Southern California, one's in Tennessee, and one's in like Missouri.
It's got to be complicated when there's porcupines involved.
There are, yeah.
These support
there's
animals?
No, they're actually rescue animals, but they have everything from like a blind cow to a like one-winged turkey to something. But these animals will come like sit in your lap or get close to you and you can hug them. But you have to make an appointment to go there. It's not just every day where it's a petting zoo. You actually have to go and make an appointment, and it's only one day a week that these animals go and get hugged.
And do you pay to do this?
I don't know. It's a good question.
So are you bringing this up because that's what you're into right now?
No, I'm not into that.
So why are we talking about it?
Because you asked what we were doing for the holidays, and this person I knew actually did and hugged these different kinds of, like, when would you get a chance to go basically sit down with an emu?
To the island of misfit toys is what you're saying you're basically at?
Yeah, these are disabled animals that can't get away from people. And they're hugging them.
I'm going to go hug a one-winged bat. That fucking sounds amazing.
Yeah. A tiger with no teeth.
Come here, little kitty with no front paws.
I would love a tiger with no teeth. That would be awesome.
That would be great. Gum the crap out of you.
Wouldn't that be terrifying?
Yeah.
I seriously hope nobody's paying for
Where
this.
is this in?
San Clarita.
San Clarita.
Clemente? Clarita.
Okay.
You don't even know.
It's one of the two.
It's
Somewhere in
Santa
Southern
Clarita
California.
or San Clemente.
Yeah, it's one of the two.
Okay.
It's in California.
That is
But
fun.
you can hug all these different animals. They're not therapy animals because they need therapy themselves, but they're all just really gentle, caring, I guess, good animals to hug.
Okay.
So,
All right.
I'm just sharing it with you.
Okay. Well,
I
now,
was not hugging animals on my Christmas break. I'm just telling you that.
no.
You'd be so much happier if you were.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't be as grumpy.
I doubt it.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So, what are you guys all into, Mark? I want to hear what you're
Okay,
into.
this is interesting. My brother-in-law actually was looking at streaming shows, and he goes, "Hey, have you ever seen this show?" I'm like, "What is it?" He goes, "It's Bosch." I'm like, "No, I've never seen Bosch." And so I turned it on, and it's actually a book series called Bosch.
BOSCH. Okay.
And it's very, very good. It's about a detective who works on Hollywood homicide. And it's almost in the vein of Dexter.
Okay.
To a certain extent.
Like Dexter.
So but it's better. Literally, the acting and the photography and the storyline is better than Dexter.
Is this what channel is it on?
Amazon Prime.
Oh, okay. Wow. And it's new.
And there's 7 seasons.
What?
Yep.
It's not that new.
It's
not that
It's
new.
called Bosch, and it's very good. What's funny is each season, that's why Dexter, this is kind of the same. It's different each season, but certain pieces carry over. Like
Okay.
They relate to some historical stuff. And the writers are excellent because they'll mention something like, here's an example. He goes down in his basement, tries to turn on the light bulb's blown. You don't think of anything, but he just goes, dang it. And then he goes and does what he does in the basement, brings the stuff up, does everything else. 2 more episodes go by, and then the 3rd episode, the next time it started, he was putting a new light bulb in his basement.
That's
so
cool.
if you missed it, it would be no big deal. He's just putting a new light bulb in. But they connect all the small pieces, and you'll forget about a storyline, and all of a sudden it'll come flying back in, and you're like, oh my gosh, I totally forgot about that.
What season are you on?
I'm almost on season 7.
Jeez,
Wow.
someone is binging.
Man, if you're binging that
Yeah,
hard, maybe I should check this out.
It's called Bosch. It's really good. The acting's really good. Everybody in the series is really good. No one's fake. You believe every single person in the show as the part they're playing.
So that is a good continuity expert that is involved in that show, right?
It's great.
It's like I would love to be that person that so actually James would be a really good person to do that, for just looking over the details, like every single detail, like, nope, your hair was feathered last time. You got to get it. Like all the little things. Nope, the Coke can was on the left side, but then overarching over every episode as well. How cool would that be? That's neat.
It's really hard to find really good shows that you want to watch. I mean, there's good ones out there that are entertaining.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll watch that. It's good enough. But this one is better than good enough.
There's a lot of crap shows on these days.
Yeah.
You need to get a t-shirt. Better than good enough. That's how you propose to your wife. I'm better than good enough. You should marry me.
Wait for season 12. No, it's really good. I would suggest it if you guys get a chance. It's a good series. There is action and adventure in it, but the action and adventure is not what makes it good. So, for example, Reacher. There's a series people watch.
Yeah, I
Reacher's all action adventure, and it's kind of lighthearted the way they respond and interact with each other, even though it's very, brutal. But that's not what this show is. You have action, things occur, but it's more realistic because if something's going to happen, it would be the similar way it would happen in real life.
Well, what about character driven? Because I like character driven.
It's all character driven.
Okay.
Everybody in that show is very, very good.
That's cool.
They don't throw anybody in there just to be in there.
Right. Okay. I love it. I love it.
So I think you guys would like it. Called Bosch.
I'm going to say what I'm into is because I'm sure mine's more boring than yours.
Okay. Why do you always pick boring topics?
Well, I'm just into it. I guess I'm into boring things. Actually, this is not boring. You know the Netflix series Squid Game?
Yes.
Right? So they also have a Squid Game reality show challenge.
Correct.
Yep.
And that I finished it. I totally binge watched it.
But don't they shoot them with paintballs when they mess up?
Yeah. Instead of killing them. See, I've never seen Squid Game.
What?
Which is so crazy. I know. I was just so busy when it came out.
Are you watching this other show?
But I am I've already watched the whole thing.
Oh.
I've already watched the whole thing. Yeah. So now my girlfriend has seen Squid Game, so she's like, "There's a lot of these things that are different. There's a few things that are the same, but it's a lot.
People are alive. That's the difference.
Well, yeah, that's true too. And it's a reality. And here's the interesting thing too: is that the person that wins, they win $4.5 million. But apparently they still haven't been paid.
No.
Have you heard about that?
Yeah, they're suing.
Okay, that's so crazy. So they went through all this stuff, but it's still a very fun show.
4.5 million when you're 112.
Exactly.
There's also people suing for they got hurt or something, and it's like, you went on a game called Squid Games. What did you think was going to happen?
Yeah.
I'm sure you signed a non-disclosure, so good luck. I don't know a whole lot about it, but I just saw the headline.
Yeah. It's, it's sort of like Survivor. Well, there wasn't enough food there. Hello, it's Survivor.
So what games are they doing on the reality show?
They do the red light, green light.
They do the red light, green light, which is real
obviously they do not, because people would be dead.
Well, no, they just shoot them with a paintball.
But they shoot them with the paintball. Also, you see the red light, green light, and I haven't gotten into the whole details of everything, but the red light, green light is going on, and that's the first 10 minutes of the show. But apparently that was like a 6 to 8 hour ordeal for them. So they would literally run and then they'd stop and then they'd just stand there for an hour. They would really make it
difficult.
long.
4.5 million, and they're not going to do it in just a second.
Yeah. So they eliminated a lot of people that way. So it looked like they were just stopping and then moving a little and then they shot them. But in reality, they may have stopped and then just stood there for an hour.
Imagine if you like were in a 3-point stance when you stopped.
Exactly.
And then you're like, how am I going to hold this for an hour?
Well, I was trying to figure out, so this is not really any spoilers, but one girl ended up squatting and she's like, I can't do it. And I was thinking, come on, 30 seconds of squatting, I'd let it burn, but it was like, oh no, she was probably there for an hour. And there were lots of people that would run and lay down on the ground. And I was like, why are they doing that? They're trying to avoid getting shot. And then I realized, oh yeah, they just want to lay down because they might be there an hour, so.
Yeah, but that's 2 seconds getting up, which that's not good.
No, I don't know how they met it. Anyway, really interesting. They did other things. They did, I haven't seen Squid Games, but was there some sort of a glass bridge? So they did glass bridge.
Was it tug of war?
They didn't do a tug of war.
Well, there was a tug of war when they're up like 4 stories.
Yeah.
And you fall into like a really horrible thing. But
yeah.
I loved you need to watch this.
I know I need to go and I need to watch it. So yeah.
People die.
It's But
it's not fun. It's not about people dying necessarily. There's a twist at the end.
That's what I hear. Yeah. I definitely want to watch it. So there's that. And anyway, it's a really fun reality show. And then at the very end, it says something like squidgamecasting.com or something like that. And
so
I'm
if
like,
you want to do it next time.
Ooh, yeah. It's like, but if they're not going to pay out and do all that stuff, it's like, it's very interesting.
They should have just made it $100,000.
Yeah. People would still do it for $100,000.
Yeah, they would.
Yeah. So it's, whatever. So
4.5 million.
What about you, James?
I'm probably even more boring than you.
Yes.
I don't watch a lot of Netflix and Amazon these days. Especially this time of year, I'm watching a lot of college football bowl games. It's the bowl season.
Yes.
So I'm watching that or college basketball. But I did watch The Creator the other night. Terrible. Don't watch it. I thought it was going to be so good.
Is that the one based on the Bible?
No, it's the guy who did District 11. You remember that movie where the aliens were here and the guy turns into an alien?
District 9.
District 9.
Yeah, okay.
It's the same guy who does that, and it's AI has not taken over the planet, but they've started a war with the humans, and it's AI and the humans. Oh. And it started out really good. It was his kind of style, but story-wise, it just pittered. But that's not what I'm into. What I'm really into is it's the new year. Okay?
So that was a warning. Don't watch Creator.
So don't watch Creator. It's a new year, and so on January 1st, it's always Twilight Zone marathon every year.
Oh my god!
Like on TV?
On TV, they have the Twilight Zone marathon on New Year's Day.
New or old?
Old.
The original.
Yeah, not new. Old. So I didn't watch a ton. I watched in the morning yesterday. So I saw 4 episodes in the morning. But God, I love the old Twilight Zones. The Howling Man is still my favorite episode. Everybody always thinks of Burgess Meredith with the glasses, William Shatner with the plane and the gremlin. Yep. But the Howling Man is by far my personal favorite Twilight Zone.
Don't tell me how, because I don't know if I've seen that one.
I got to see that one yesterday. I got to see the stopwatch one where the guy gets the stopwatch and if he clicks it, it stops time.
That's the one where the little girl's going to get hit by the truck, right?
And he gets locked in the bank.
Yeah, that's a great, and he knows. I love that one.
That's a good one. I saw the one with Meredith Bernie Baxter or something. She's really young. And the guy's an astronaut and he goes in time 30 years and comes back and she's the same age.
Yep. And that's based in truth.
That's based in truth. And then did
you see the pig face? Pig nose?
No, I didn't see
that one.
They usually put those.
My favorite.
Yeah, they usually put those in more prime time. I was watching in the morning. And then I saw the one where they have the people in the town and they're trying to scare them, but it's really a simulation from the aliens watching how humans will scatter when they make you argue. It's really a good, morally good one.
One that most people have never seen that I really liked was the grandfather. He was given a clock. It was created on the day he was born, and he has to wind the clock.
Oh, yes.
His father used to wind the clock, and then his father passed away. Then he carried on just winding the clock. He had to wind the clock. If he didn't wind the clock, his time would run out.
Wow.
And it's so good because it becomes so intense.
All the early Twilight Zones are by far the best.
Yeah, they're great.
I just love the way they're shot, the angles of them, everything. Yep. They really make you think.
That's the only thing in black and white that I approve of. Twilight Zones.
The only thing.
Yeah.
You don't like pianos?
I'm talking about in movies.
Because they're black and white keys, you know?
Yeah, I love pianos.
Okay.
I love them. Okay, so
You know what's funny about that? You brought up the bowl. You're watching a lot of football stuff and everything. It reminds me, our friend Art was giving us a bunch of ideas of what we should talk about. Our listeners give us ideas a lot, but Art continuously supplies us with all these ideas.
He does come up with a lot of ideas.
yeah, he does.
So what's funny is we have a list of them, and I want to talk about all of them for our topic.
All right, let's do this. Okay, so we have a list of topics that Art gives us. This is our buddy Art, right? And we're going to talk about all of them right after this.
Here we go now.
Got an idea for a topic? Who knows? We may reach out and use your suggestion on air. Let us know and visit damnopinion.com.
And welcome back to Damn Opinions. So we have this buddy, and the funny thing about him, his name is Art.
There's lots of funny things about
There
him.
really are. And we love to give him a bad time, but to his defense, he really does have a thick skin. He really is fun to make fun of. It's a lot of good.
I just can't believe one of his topics was why football players don't wear cups.
Yeah, I don't know.
Why are you thinking about that?
Well, I don't know why he's thinking of that. And
I'm not touching that one.
yeah, please don't touch that. And the other thing is, he will call one of us and suggest a topic, and then he'll call the other one and suggest another topic.
Yep.
And then he'll call the other one, and then he'll call us right before the podcast, right? So we're getting all of this stuff because he's a very creative guy.
He's an
right?
idea man.
Yeah, he is an idea man, that's for sure. As a matter of fact, he's in marketing. So he has given us all of these topics, but maybe not one can we spend a whole 30-minute, 45-minute topic on any of them. So we thought we would do all of them in one podcast.
And shut him up.
right. And then, hopefully this will quell some of the, okay. Yeah. All right. So
Just kidding, Art. We love it.
yeah, we do. Actually, we love the creativity, and this just goes to show, if you do have a topic to suggest, please.
Send it to us.
That's right. Go to damnopinion.com. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
We'll
all
make
that
you
stuff.
famous.
Yes, and we'll even mention your name if you want to. Anyway, so we have a list of these things. So I'm going to just start with, you mentioned earlier that we have sports and all the bowl games are coming on.
Correct.
Right? So his topic was, if you had a sport, it could be any sport, what sport would you choose? And what would you name the name of the bowl game?
Is it any sport or it's a football game? It's the bowl game.
It can be any
It
sport.
could be any sport, but usually they're usually
Yeah, they're
football.
usually football,
Yeah,
but
it's 'cause
like
it's a bowl game.
you could
don't
do,
have a soccer bowl game.
no,
You
but
don't have a cricket bowl game.
exactly.
You could.
But this is his premise, right? You could have a cricket bowl game because this is what idea men come up with. Okay,
Okay.
so anybody want to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
So mine is a football game. Well, I guess it really doesn't have to be a football game because it's held at the UC Santa Cruz campus.
Okay.
The
And it
banana
is-
slugs.
It is the Dirty Hippie Bowl, brought to you by Birkenstocks.
Oh, yes. And that could be volleyball too.
But what are they playing? What are they playing in the Dirty Hippie
They're
Bowl?
playing naked dance around is what they're playing in the Dirty Hippie
to a
Bowl.
drum circle.
No, you know what they're playing?
What?
Hacky sack. That's what they're playing
Oh,
in the
yeah.
Dirty Hippie Bowl is hacky sack.
That's exactly it.
That's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or it could be disc golf too.
And you know what? There's no.
Could be disc golf. I'm thinking it's hacky sack, but it could be disc
You
golf.
could hit the hacky stuff with the frisbee. That would be you'd win.
Oh yeah. They might come up with their own sport. Hacky disc.
The hacky
Something,
disc.
right? So
I think it's evolved into the one where they're hitting it. They have the what's it called? The
Oh,
ball
yeah,
on
the
the,
little-
trampoline thing.
yeah, that's a new one. I forget what that's called.
I saw people playing
jam
in
ball
Europe.
or something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah.
So that's mine.
People are so creative.
Okay, so for me, my sport would be cornhole. And
Of course it would.
And then the sponsor would be Fireball, just because it's going to be hard to say. The Cornhole Fireball Bowl. That's hard, right?
Let me wait. And after
What's the name of the bowl?
The
Cornhole Bowl.
Cornhole Fireball Bowl.
Okay.
Right? So there you go.
So do you take
Fireball
do you
bowl.
take a shot of fireball after
Why
each time
not?
you throw?
Yeah, that would make for some interesting games, right?
Every
Wow.
time you make a point.
Yeah.
Wow.
I like it.
Well, here's mine. It's called the Bam Bam Bowl. And it's a mix between MMA and freeze tag.
Okay.
So you can
that's
kick
the
someone
sport.
in the head, but they better freeze. Okay. And
that's the sport. It's Bam
that's this
Bam.
Bam Bam Bowl.
Okay.
But it's brought to you by Fruity Pebbles Post. Because the whole place would smell like Fruity Pebbles the entire time.
I'm very worried about you.
I would love to watch
I'm
that game.
very worried.
I'd love to see MMA just full on deck and you're frozen. And then you run off and,
Right now, I want you in your will to make sure that your brain is studied. Okay?
Oh, gosh.
Dissected and studied.
Can you imagine getting unfroze? Your teammate comes up and just kicks you in the gut. And now you're unfrozen. Keep going. That would be great.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Well, whichever team freezes everybody or sets them free, that's the winner.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. All right. So then the other one, it's the beginning of the new year. And there are a lot of new laws on the books. You have to know
There are.
new laws about taxes.
How do we know about that?
I think that you just get online and there's a lot of articles out.
Yeah. You read. It's an amazing invention.
Who set that rule?
Yeah. And there's new laws like maybe traffic laws, all these different types of laws. So for Art, he said, if you were to make up your new law for next year, what would it be?
Okay, I got this one.
Okay.
Politicians, not the president, just all other politicians, are randomly selected by Social Security number for the term of 1 year. You get $250,000 for serving that 1 year. Everybody has to do it. It's kind of like how Israel, you're forced to go into the military.
Right.
Everybody has to serve.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? You're randomly selected as a politician. I don't care if you're doing something else. You're still going to represent whatever you are, randomly selected, and boom, there you are as a congressperson or a Senate person for 1 year, making $250,000.
God, we'd really get nothing done.
Yeah. No kidding.
That would be amazing, though.
We'd get nothing
Couldn't be any
accomplished.
worse,
Couldn't
my
be any
friends.
That's true. It couldn't be.
Couldn't
any
be
worse.
anywhere. And there'd probably be a lot less corruption because they wouldn't even be able to figure it out. It'd take them a year to figure out how to be corrupt.
I don't know. I could be doing a lot of corruption in that year. Lobbyists. Who's got the money?
Right. Yeah. But you would just want
It's only 1 year. I'd vote for anything they wanted me to. What, how much do I get paid?
yeah.
Sure. Kill all the dolphins. I got $3 million.
What?
Freeze payments to the young and the poor. Whatever. I don't care. Raise everyone's taxes, rich and poor. I get how much? Just keep paying me over here. What? That's what they're doing now. What's the difference?
Yeah, that's true.
Well, then what would yours be, James?
Okay, so I thought about a lot of funny ones, but really, we live in California. Okay, so I really think that it should be the death penalty for speeding.
What?
For speeding?
Yes. People have lost
What?
their mind in California. You guys know when I come to this podcast, I am doing 70 miles an hour and I might as well be in the slow lane. Okay.
Oh,
the
yeah.
Speed limit 65. People are going by me at 95 miles an hour, weaving in and out. About a month ago when I left here, I watched a guy lay his bike down on I-80 because he was going too fast and tried to weave in between me and another guy and got the speed wobbles and laid it down right in front of me.
Wow.
Okay, so
Death penalty for speeding.
here's my thing. It really should be the death penalty for weaving. Because it's the weavers that really they go through all these cars. Even if you go through at 60, it's screwing up the whole flow of traffic. I don't care if you're speeding, as long as you're going down one lane and you're being safe about it. But it's the weavers who it's like, oh my God, you're going 70. I got to
Okay,
get
so
around
we'll
you.
adjust this law. It got amended. Death penalty for weaving, life in jail for speeding.
I love it. I love it. Yeah.
Really? So why don't you just have the car have a limit that it can't go past? You can do that with cars.
Yeah, but what fun is that?
Well, then, so what you're telling me is
It's probably actually unsafe to do that.
what you're telling. Well, that's probably true in some instances, but you're telling me that if a giant tidal wave is behind you, I can't speed to get away from the tidal
Well,
wave.
okay. Yes, that's what I'm telling you. 'Cause
Until
you're
you get to
endangering
Oregon.
Everybody else until you get to Oregon or Nevada.
Yeah.
In the meantime, slow the hell down.
Wow.
Drives me insane. I swear to God, I'm going to be killed not by sharks, not by a murderer, by some idiot on El
So I
Camino
can no
driving with their
longer-
headlights
I
off.
can no longer make it to Las Vegas in 6 hours. Is what you're telling me.
Well, you can once you cross the state line.
No, too much time's been wasted.
Get on an airplane.
Here's why I
You shouldn't
want.
be driving there in 11 hours anyway, or whatever it is.
This is why I want autonomous cars. It's like if everything was working perfectly everybody could go 90 and you could play on your phone. And it'd be so awesome, right? You wouldn't have to worry about weavers because they're just going. They're all going, right?
Why can't I get the Jetson teleport me or Star Trek to the place?
I know. That's what I want. I
want teleportation. It's so
waiting
much
for that
easier.
teleportation to come. It's coming.
No more getting to the airport 2 hours ahead of time. Bloop, I'm there.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Wow. Okay, Bill.
Okay, well, mine is along James. It's a little more serious. It's like I couldn't decide between two of them. One is everyone should have 3-day weekends everywhere. The work week should just be 4 days.
4-day work week.
4 day, because even studies have shown. As a matter of fact, there's some state that is like doing a study of 4-day work weeks versus 5.
In America?
In America, yeah. And I don't know where that is.
I don't think that's the case.
But I mean, I know that there are some jobs that you can't do that, but it's like, yeah, you can. You just hire more workers.
You just don't make record profits is what you don't do.
Right. Exactly.
These businesses are making record profits and saying, we're really hurting. We can't afford to do that.
Right. And I think that minimum wage for like fast food workers, this is a new law, is $20 an hour in California.
In California.
That is awesome.
Hawaii just bumped theirs to $14 an hour.
Yeah. That's crazy. And if you
in Hawaii, you might as well be making $3 an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't live on that.
No, you cannot. Not in Hawaii you can.
No, it's ridiculous. While those same companies are making billions.
Yep.
The other thing that I think we should all have is 1 day a year. Just 1 day a year is pick up trash day. That you have to go out and just pick up trash.
Everybody?
Everybody. Not at the same time.
What
but
happens? Oh, wait.
we have shifts. You know?
You're assigned different days.
Yeah, yeah. Yours might be January 27th.
Oh, okay.
Mine might be August 5th.
Yeah, I do not want the day after New Year's.
Or Christmas.
Yeah.
You don't want Christmas.
Or July 5th.
Yeah, but
I don't want either of those days.
You would just get it. You know, it'd be like the draft, the lottery. Boom. If you were born on this date, you don't have to pick up on your birthday because nobody wants you to do that. But you just draft. If you were born on this day, you have to pick up on that day.
July 5th would suck.
July 5th would suck. But at least you'd have something to pick up. How would you like it if there was nothing to pick up and you'd be like, I'm out here bored. Why am I even out here?
Have you been in America?
Okay, it's always going to be there. Yeah, but that's why it'd be really cool to have a little bit of a cleaner place.
Again, you should amend that if you litter, you get the death penalty.
That's right. Death.
Can't speak.
And if you're swerving and littering, holy shit.
You get publicly hung.
Exactly. So here is another one that he came up with. Actually, he called you with this one. Why don't you explain this one here?
This one, he said, if you merge two companies, and so what would you get? So Art's example was Airbnb and Macy's, but we've expanded it.
Wait. How would those two go together?
He was saying you could go to like an Airbnb and Macy's would supply the dishes, the things that you get from Macy's, maybe clothes in the closet, that kind of stuff. Right?
Okay.
And would that make you more go to like an Airbnb if Macy's was behind it?
Okay, gotcha.
Right? Mm-hmm. But when we were talking, we expanded it to not only companies, but brands as well.
Okay.
So like Hostess, you could say a Twinkie or a cupcake, right?
It's funny you should say that.
Oh, let's hear
mine
this.
was a Hostess Harley. Let me tell you why a Hostess Harley would be totally cool. First of all, the colors would be amazing. These amazing motorcycles with all these fancy colors on them. Could be the...
So you're saying that the motorcycles...
They
it runs on cream filling.
No, but here's the great part.
Don't put raspberry in it; it won't run.
You can have a raspberry, colored motorcycle, right? Like the Zingers.
Yeah.
But the actual exhaust smells like that particular thing.
Oh, that's so good.
I mean, come on, cars that have run on like McDonald's French fry oil, they smell like French fries when they're driving down the road.
Oh,
How cool would it be to be, that's a cupcake Harley? Look at that thing right there.
Yeah, don't park it out in a sunny parking lot, though.
No, it'll melt.
So would the Twinkie Harley be all spongy, or would it be a shiny yellow?
It'd be a yellow.
Okay,
right, then as a Harley.
Yeah,
but it would smell like a Twinkie.
A Twinkie. Oh, okay.
The Zinger one.
Gosh, can you imagine him following all the motorcycles?
All the girls. Okay, all the girls would be buying the Snowball. Right, the pink. That would be pink.
Yes,
right? Yeah.
that's right.
And the Zingers. That's true.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So anyway, you'd be creative. It would be collectors on them though, because you'd release random ones every once in a while.
Yeah,
like the Ho Ho Harley.
Oh yeah.
Nobody's buying the Ding Dong Harley.
No,
it's not going to happen.
No, but the Ho Ho Harley would be Okay, so I couldn't decide between OnlyFans and My Pillow.
What? No, I don't want that
I don't think
pillow.
I have to
I
describe.
don't want that pillow. Why would I want that pillow?
I think they're two good brands that go together.
No, they don't.
Genius.
No, why do I want that pillow? Do I really want to put my head on something that OnlyFans was using?
That is genius.
I'm just saying. Or if it's Van Camp's Pork and Beano. I don't know. One of those two.
What?
You know what Beano is.
So you get the gas relief while you're eating the beans?
Right. You get both. You get to enjoy your beans and not ever have to worry about farting. So one of those two can be brilliant. I'm just saying.
I don't know if either one is.
I don't know. The OnlyFans My Pillow is pretty good. I think that's genius.
Yeah. Well,
No.
I don't know.
I think that's genius.
I think that will sell more. So then what is yours, James?
So mine, I think that Disney and Walmart should merge.
You mean they haven't?
Because think about Walmart princesses.
Oh.
Oh my God.
Tigger greets you at the door?
No. I don't need to see tube top princesses that are 400 pounds.
Yes.
Oh, you're kidding.
Think about the people of Walmart. They would be the Walmart princesses.
Oh, wow.
And you could have the Walmart street parade. Oh my God.
No.
What are you thinking?
No.
Oh, my God.
It would be Princess Karen and Prince Ken or Kevin, whatever they call the guys.
Can you imagine? Because the first Walmart's in Arkansas, right? So that would be like the holy grail. Everybody would want to go visit that one.
Yeah, if you folks are not following the people of Walmart on Reddit or Instagram, you need to be.
Wow.
Because
The very first movie would be The Tooth Fairy, and it's not because people have teeth.
it would be.
She's giving them back.
Welcome to Walmart.
Wow.
Oh, it'd be like it'd be kind of like the Wizard of Oz when you walk in and you go from black and white to color. So you should go in the Walmart. That's the two brands I think that should.
Oh, my gosh. Okay.
Think about your Christmas present, the Walmart princess for your daughter.
You know,
Oh my gosh. That would be an amazing, a real funny thing to really do. That would be an amazing, some artist needs to go out there and do that.
Walmart princesses. Wow. So if you actually sneak out of Disneyland Walmart with something in your pocket you didn't pay for, does that make you like an honorary member for a year?
Yes.
Yeah, probably.
Wow, that's cool.
You could have a story where they come and they sleep in an RV in the parking lot and they get into the magical Walmart castle.
Oh, God.
Which is really the back room.
It's two brands that really need to be together.
That's frightening.
It's super frightening. All right. Wow.
Wow.
So those are the topics, Art. Now, Art has one more, but we are going to use that for our big, bold, and bald opinions.
Wait, no, I got one more.
You do?
I do.
What is
When
it?
is it good or bad to be late?
That's right. I
You know
forgot
what?
about that
it's
one.
bad for you to be late bringing up that topic.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, that's very true.
Okay. What is your thought on this?
Okay. Here's when it's good to be late.
Yeah.
It's good to be late for the Titanic launch.
Oh, yeah. That's true. Or,
You know what's bad to be late for?
what?
Bringing the binoculars to the Titanic bridge. That's bad to be late for that. If they would have had those, then it would be fine if you're on time for the launch.
That's true.
I think it's bad to be late if you're on your period. Like that is not.
That's
have
well,
not
it
had your
depends.
That's an obvious one.
Like,
though.
unless you wanted to be late.
That's true.
Have you ever been late on your period?
Many a times.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Wow.
Too much Walmart princess?
Yeah,
move?
actually, now I'm just in menopause, so it's not really a big
Oh,
deal.
okay. All right.
Well, I just always think, and now this is just going to the actual being late and being on time, being late, all that stuff. I've had my cycles, right, where I'm totally on time. Sometimes I'm early, and then sometimes I'm habitually late. But I think when it comes to parties, it's always good to be late.
Fashionably late at a party is the always. I agree.
Yeah, like
Always.
30 minutes, because you do not want to be early for sure, because people are like, I said 7 and it's 6:45 and I'm just getting out of the shower. I'm ready. Nobody expects you to be early. And the people that are on time just have to help the person set up the place. Oh yeah, I got to get all this together. And then it's awkward. You're just
So
like,
when
how
you
can I
give
help?
a party time, do you say 6? See, I always say anytime after. When I say, I'm having people over, what time? Anytime after 6.
There you go.
I never say be there at 6.
Yeah,
I say
no, I
anytime after 6 is good.
I'm always early because I'm bringing my OnlyFans pillow when the person's getting out,
right.
out of the shower.
That's
I'm
right.
like, here's a pillow.
Well, you want to be first in the buffet line, so you're always first.
He wants to bring the buffet.
Hey,
is
you
what he
know,
does.
I'm telling you, you don't want to double dip after other people.
I'm with Bill because you know me. I am perpetually early. I am.
You are. Yeah.
It drives me insane to be even on time. But to a party, fashionably late is always good.
Oh yeah, because it's the awkwardness.
Yeah,
right?
a concert is another one for me. If it says 8 o'clock, it's around the first time the first band's going on. So I don't need to be there uber early. I can roll in around there because I'm there for the main act. Rarely am I there for the opening act.
Yeah. Unless, I mean, if you have seats already, who cares?
Yeah. I'm usually at the venue, but I'm not in my seats. I'm at the bar or somewhere, something like that.
However, and I've learned from experience that James always wants to be early for a flight.
Always.
He wants to be an hour early.
Always.
So
I would like to be an hour and a half.
So James,
early.
Yes.
if you're always early, I'm concerned about your romantic interludes.
Oh, yeah. Early. Let's get it done.
Okay, let's get this.
Time's
one over
ticking.
with.
There's other stuff to do. Let's go.
Yeah. Wow.
That was all of our stuff, except for the one you want to do.
Right, we're going to do the last one, the last topic on our big, bold, and bald opinions, which is coming right after this.
It's time for the big, the bold, and the bald to give their opinion on today's topic. DamnOpinion.com.
And welcome back to Damn Opinion. Opinion.com. Oh, yeah. So, being that this is the last topic that Art wanted us to talk about, it's all about the new year. And I think he saw on Facebook that if you could just use one word to describe basically your resolution for the new year, what would it be? And we're going to start with Mark's big word right here. Big word.
The big.
All right, a big word that represent the previous year, or just the word that
No,
carries
it's your
over for the
basically
entire
your
year?
resolution.
Yeah.
Your resolution for the upcoming
Your
year.
word for 2024.
Really?
Yeah, because if you can't do the past, that's already happened.
It's not handicap parking.
Yeah, it is.
Darn it! Well, I can't think of a bigger word than hippopotamus.
Okay,
That's his word for the year.
that is his word,
Because
and that's going
you
to
know what?
represent it.
It's going to be good or horrendously bad. And it's going to fit no matter what I say. Because people think, wow, you just took the word hippopotamus, which a lot of people think is kind of a weird, cute, big animal, and turned it into something that could possibly be horrible.
So this is concerning to me. Because this is a guy who is really, like if anybody was the poet amongst the three of us,
Yes.
right, it would be him,
Yeah.
right? He's the one who would write a poem or a lyric or something like that. He's going to have a grandkid this year. He's going to be a grandfather, and he comes up with hippopotamus.
I know.
What do you think is going to be in my vision in the middle of April?
Dirty diapers, baby.
You got it, man.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Now, we're going to go with James's bold word.
The bold.
Yeah, you could have at least come up with like Dr. Seuss or something because you're going to be reading some hippopotamus.
I thought it was going to be something tender and really thoughtful.
I did too.
Yeah.
My word for 2024 is chillax. Okay? Because everyone is so concerned what's going to go on in the world. Oh my God, it's the end of times. Whoa! Everybody just relax. There's been way worse things in history. Put down your social media for a while. Quit reading all the fear mongering and just enjoy those around you and your life and chillax.
I like that.
That's the earth monkey.
Yeah, the Earth Monkey has spoken. All right. And then, of course, my bald opinion on
Whatever it
bald
is.
word.
The bald.
I don't know if this is a bald word or not, but for me, it's just grace. Just
What?
like, and I hate people who say, oh, just give some people some grace. But it's really just all about like trying to remember, trying to understand that everybody has their own little problems. They're all coming from it at different angles. And just try to be patient with people. Try to give them, if somebody's a little upset or a little angry or crying or, about to become a grandparent, just give them a little grace.
You're a hippopotamus.
Shut the hell up.
I love y'all. See you next time. Bye, Art.
Tune in for our next podcast when you'll hear the big, the bold, and the bald give their opinions on everything entertainment. damnopinion.com